Hi, I'm Edgar.
And I'm Heather.
Welcome to another episode of Does a Decade Matter?
Where generations X and Y intersect to discuss, argue, and even sometimes agree on movies.
Yes?
There's a little power behind that one.
Yeah. Well, I just can't wait to be king.
We did not watch Simba.
That's true. No, we haven't done that one yet.
No,
I keep thinking we have.
We haven't done a lot of Disney movies.
We've done Aladdin, but
Right.
that was some time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And there are so many of them.
Didn't we do Cars?
No, not yet.
I think we did.
Did we?
Maybe. Anyway.
If only there was a place we could look it up.
Like online?
Later.
Right. Anyway, we watched 2007's Stardust, which came out 10 years ago last week. So, we're actually holding to the name of our podcast. For once.
Almost to the letter.
For once, in a very, very long time.
What do you mean?
When was the last time we watched a movie that came out in 2007?
January?
Yeah. Okay.
Every January?
Every January is 10 years ago month.
Uh-huh. It still doesn't change our age difference.
It's true. Anyway, so Heather.
Yes.
What did you think of Stardust?
It was an interesting movie.
Okay.
I felt bad falling asleep when we first started watching it.
Uh-huh. I felt bad that you fell asleep during that, too.
Right, but I felt bad enough to stop it and take a nap so we could rewatch it versus just me sleeping through it.
Thank you for that.
Yes, that sometimes doesn't happen.
Okay. So, you liked it enough to want to pay attention even though you were sleepy.
Yes.
That's what you thought of this movie?
Yes.
Okay. And scene.
Yep.
So, what did you think was interesting here?
Bad accents.
What do you mean? The bad British accents?
Yep.
Which is funny, because almost everyone in this cast was actually British.
Claire Danes.
Claire Danes was not.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Probably not.
Dude from Daredevil.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Cox is English. Do.
That wasn't actually the accent that I was referring to. It was Claire Danes.
Okay.
And
I
don't like Claire Danes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because My So-Called Life is so unbelievably overhyped.
Haven't seen it.
It's ruined her for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, My So-Called Life was overhyped, and therefore, this entire person's career is ruined?
In my brain, yes.
Okay. You can guess what I'm thinking.
I know.
Okay.
But you haven't watched My So-Called Life.
This is true. I haven't.
So, yeah. It's angsty and awful and awful. She was also in an episode of Law & Order.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like her in that either.
Okay.
And that was before
My So-Called Life?
My So-Called Life.
Alright.
Yeah. Maybe it's just her acting choices I don't like. But then again, when she was on Law & Order, she was young, so she might not have had much choice in the matter.
Right. It was who's hiring.
Or what her parents decided to put her in.
So, I actually saw this movie, in a preview viewing. Or...
in the theater?
Yeah, in the theater.
Huh.
An advanced screening, that's the words.
I've been to one or two of those.
It was at the Mall of America.
Ew.
Right. But it was free. And I'm like, what would have been really great is if instead of, shit, I can't remember her name now. Anyway. Yes, there it is. It's if they had cast Claire Danes instead of Gwyneth Paltrow and the person I was with said, "What are you talking about? That was Claire Danes." Oh. Yeah, okay. Never mind, I'm totally on board now. So I was thinking, maybe that's why you don't like it, because I confused her for Gwyneth Paltrow once, 10 years ago.
No, I thought Victoria was Blake Lively.
Who?
Married to Malcolm Reynolds. Not Malcolm Reynolds. Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
That one.
The other Reynolds.
Yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It was Sienna Miller.
I don't recognize that name.
She's done a lot of acting, but she's most known for her relationship with Jude Law, unfortunately for her.
Oh, okay.
So I know her from the TMZs.
Right, you know her from Celebrity Gossip.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate. Because she's done a lot of stuff. And she should be known for more than just who she's banging.
Right. Speaking of who she's banging, Christ, I can't remember his name in this. The other dude who is vying for her affections.
Hunter or something?
Yeah, whatever. That's Henry Cavill, who plays Superman. So in this movie, we have Daredevil and Superman.
Huh.
Competing for the affections of
Sienna Miller.
I mean, she's kind of like, we don't see a whole lot of Victoria, but
We're not supposed to?
yeah, like, we're not supposed to, and she's kind of selfish and immature.
I did not expect him to drop her on the ground.
That was kind of a dick move.
That was Humphrey.
Humphrey, yes.
I did not expect that to happen.
Time to grow up. Boom! Mic drop. By mic drop, we mean Victoria drop.
Lady drop. I'm not angry about it. I just didn't expect it.
Okay.
She was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, she was, like, openly just about materials.
Right.
It's like, I can't say no to this man who is going to Ipswich to buy me a ring. Like, yeah, you can.
You can, actually.
Turns out.
Actually.
Oh, hey, that's who that was.
Yep.
There was a lot of drinking in this movie.
There is. I was trying to figure out where else I knew the guard from.
I recognize him from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I guess.
Which I will never see.
Oh, count your lucky stars.
'Cause
It's real bad.
Johnny Depp and remaking movies not necessary.
Also, okay, I will agree with you on Johnny Depp. I would go farther to say Tim Burton as well.
Oh, that's just doubling down. But
yeah,
but you know, that's almost
those two together is just not interested.
No. If I never see another Tim Burton movie, I will be happy. If he never makes another movie, I will be happy.
Okay, so we watched Batman and fell asleep during Batman.
Yes.
We did an episode on Beetlejuice.
Yes, which is an exception to the rule.
Yeah, I think, like, also Pee-wee's Big Adventure? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
What?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Is a Tim Burton movie?
Yes. I think it was, like, his first. Or one of his first.
That makes me sad. Why? Because I used to like that movie.
Well, okay, I used to like Ridley Scott movies, and then he started releasing garbage, but it's still okay to love their early work when their later work is awful.
Except for the difference with Pee-wee's Big Adventure is that's an established character, and it's hard to do your own thing, because that was in the middle of when Pee-wee was still on TV.
Was it?
Yeah. So he couldn't destroy it.
Right.
Now he could remake it now and completely destroy it.
Right, yeah. I wasn't sure on
that could definitely happen.
I wasn't sure on, like, the timed release on any of the Pee-wee stuff.
Yeah, I think at least the first one was released while it was still on TV.
Yeah, okay. And, like, pretty sure Paul Reubens went to jail when I was still in single digits years.
It wasn't for very long.
Okay. That's fair. But when you're 9,
That's
you
true.
see.
Rupert Everett.
Was he in this?
Yeah.
As what? As one of the brothers?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Party on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think you can...
Like, all of the brothers?
You can drink for all of the brothers. Because half of them were in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, along with, like, a quarter of the rest of the cast.
Which is awesome!
Yeah, we got Matthew Vaughn, who directed this, and also directed Layer Cake, which I have mentioned before that I want to show you. Mm-hmm. Was the producer on Lock, Stock, and Snatch as well.
Right.
I don't know if he might have produced other Guy Ritchie films. I'm not sure of. But, like, so they have worked together.
Which is cool.
I mean, yeah, like, if you are a filmmaker and you have a reliable or trusted or fun group of people to work with, like, yeah, just keep doing that as long as the work is good.
Yeah, well, and they needed a lot of British actors for this, and so when you need 30 plus British actors, you can kind of
find yourself a British producer.
Yeah, as a British producer, you can be like, hey, I have worked with all of these people before. I think we can find room for all of these people.
Yeah, and I really liked this movie.
Me too.
Like, I
mean, it's not one I'll, like, grab off the shelf for stuff.
Yeah, I bought the DVD, like, the day it came out, and was super duper excited, and I brought it over to a friend's house a couple months later, and, like, we watched half of it, and then it was I need to go home. Because I am falling asleep, and you are falling asleep. Just hold on to the DVD and, you know, finish it, and then just get it back to me sometime. Well, her brother's girlfriend stole the disc and pawned it.
That's lovely.
Yeah, like, oh, son of a bitch. Like, I don't have $20 to buy this disc again, so thank you, Netflix, for solving that. Then I, like, didn't see that person for, like, a year and a half.
One of the pirates played Darth Vader in Rogue One. Cool! Yeah. And played 3 different things on Doctor Who.
Wait, who's the... Scroll back up. What was he in Guardians of the Galaxy?
He was Mean Guard.
Okay. So I was thinking, like, wait, was Lee Pace in this? No. Ronan the Accuser?
And he was uncredited in Harry Potter.
Again, large casts of British people.
And he was a Vogon soldier in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nice! We should still watch that.
That's a good movie. I like that movie. I mean...
It's not quite as good as the book.
Or I find the British miniseries.
It's not quite as good as the other aforementioned author version.
Yep, but still canonical. Ricky Gervais was in this?
Sure. One of the pirates?
He was the fence.
Oh.
He's the one I said drink.
Oh, yes.
I didn't realize why we were drinking for him.
Didn't look at all like himself.
No, he's lost some weight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's hilarious. I did not realize.
Who was Ditchwater Sal?
Ditchwater Sal.
I mean, it's probably going to be near the top.
Melanie Hill.
Yeah, I want to say she looked familiar. Yeah.
Her.
Is that Secret Window? No.
No. She does a lot of British television.
Okay.
But not...
Yeah, I thought...
a lot of stuff over here.
I thought she looked familiar, but I couldn't suss out why, and now I'm not certain.
Huh. Mm-hmm. British TV shows are weird.
Anyway. So, what did you think of the various, like, storylines going on? Because, on the one hand, you had the brothers trying to find
Those
the Rock.
were hilarious.
The Rock.
I liked the Ghost Brothers. I thought that was freaking amazing.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I like that they had to continue to watch. Mm-hmm. That was until the new king was. Mm-hmm. That was that was a really nice twist.
Uh-huh.
Instead of... It added really nice comic relief to this whole thing that I truly appreciated.
Oh, the Ghost Brothers, and then revealing that Tristan is the heir?
Not even that.
Okay.
Just the banter from the moment that they're introduced. And how they're sort of just stuck hanging around as they died, which cracks me up.
Yeah.
So no, I liked that comedy part a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of a light-hearted... Is this an adventure movie or a road movie?
This is a Princess Bride movie?
Yeah, it's kind of like Princess Bride. It's never going to do quite as well.
Well, no, but I mean, it's the same, it's a true love story.
It's a true love story. It's fantasy-ish.
Yeah. It is, I would reckon to say the poor man's Princess Bride?
I would say it's the inferior version. It's certainly not, like, taking the mantle.
No.
It's Princess Bride for the kids of the people who watched Princess Bride as a kid.
Right. And so, for that, I appreciated it.
Yeah, you got the swashbuckling, you've got true love.
Magic.
You've got some magic stuff. You've got bad guys who aren't bad guys.
And good guys who aren't always good guys.
Mm-hmm. So there's some sword play.
Yeah, no, it's
there's Shakespeare.
It's Princess Bride, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, a more expanded take, I think. And that's probably why I liked it as much as I did.
Okay.
Because it had that familiar feeling to it. Without being... like, am I angry about it? Like, ripping it off. It doesn't feel like a rip-off.
Right. It hits several of the same beats, but it's still its own thing.
Yeah, it's different enough for me not to be upset about it.
Okay. Like, one of the things that I appreciated was that the movie is over 2 hours long, but you get the pacing between, like, following the witch's progress.
Yeah.
And the various brothers' progresses. And Tristan and Yvette's, progress trying to get to the wall.
I'm really glad they didn't add in Humphrey and his Ipswich adventure.
Right.
They very much...
that would have been distracting.
Well, it could have been, the competition. That kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, and I really liked this movie.
I didn't hate this movie.
Nailed it.
I would, you don't understand how big of a compliment...
I didn't hate this movie?
No.
I understand what that means from you, honey.
No. I am too sleepy to watch this now, so I'm gonna go take a nap and we can come back.
Right.
Versus we just have to stop watching it because I'm too tired.
Yeah, I understand that was a huge thing.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised, you want to finish this? Okay. That means she likes it.
It was equal playing field of wanting to watch it and desperately needing a nap.
Right. Sleep's always going to win.
Yes. Every damn time.
Every damn time.
I had a slight issue. Slight issue with the killing of the animals by the witches. I think that is my biggest takeaway from this movie. They could have done runes or something else.
There were runes as well.
Right. They could have just stuck to that versus killing things.
There are several schools of magic, I guess.
Yes, but that...
You're going with the entrails? I think entrails were supposed to be more specific. I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah, because when it happened the first time, I was like, don't know if I can do this.
I understand that you weren't okay with them butchering the animals, but they always did it off screen.
No.
Or off frame.
The way it was shot was fine.
Uh-huh.
You know? Because if we'd seen it, I'd have stopped.
Oh, yeah. Because that probably would have kicked the rating up to an R.
Yes. However...
And it doesn't serve the story very much, because, like, who in the audience is going to say, that's not what those entrails say? Probably someone.
Yes. However, I do deem that unnecessary to the plot.
Okay.
It could have been done half a dozen different ways without them having to kill animals, and so if I had to pick one thing that stuck out to me as something I really didn't like about this movie, that was it.
Okay. I was a little bit, I don't know if bothered is the right word, but, like, I was a little bit like, ugh, you can't do that anymore. With, when they turned Bernard into from Bernard, the boy, to a goat, back into a boy, and then into a girl. Like, that...
But the way they did it was not in a sexual...
Right.
The reason I think she did it was to make the situation, and this is in air quotes, less threatening to the star.
Because...
Daughter.
Her, yeah.
Family. You're walking into a family establishment.
Right. And your son isn't going to pass as well as your daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that.
I can see that. I did, however, really appreciate that when she changed him, he was like...
Oh, tits!
Yeah, like, just sort of like, so these are a thing? I poke. I guess I have these now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the theory behind it was to make it more comfortable for the star when she showed up.
For the trap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was... I thought some of the stuff with Robert De Niro as Captain Shakespeare didn't age super well. It's like I'm gonna put on this music and then I'm going to cross-dress in my cabin, which, hey, if that's how you wanna, like, you do your thing in private, that's fine. But it was just... It felt like they were just trying to make it so flamboyant when he wasn't, like, on as the captain.
But you have to add that he was also hiding himself, so when he gets to express it, he...
Yeah.
But I also...
Yeah, you have to, like, make up for lost time.
Yeah. I also really enjoyed the way the crew handled it.
Like, oh yeah, we all knew.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't very good at hiding it. You thought you were doing well.
You're not as sneaky as you think you are.
You thought you were hiding it well. You were not hiding it at all.
And we still love you or else we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I mean...
We're your crew. We don't care.
Yeah. I thought that was awesome.
Agreed.
And very well played. I like the fact that he was listening to Can-Can. He was listening to Can-Can music. That made me very happy. I don't know why Robert De Niro doing the Can-Can just makes me happy. So yes, definitely a winner.
Okay.
I think.
I would be super duper remiss if I did not mention that this was based on a Neil Gaiman novel.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
and
that makes me happy.
I have it. It's pretty different. Like, Captain Shakespeare doesn't appear in the book, to my recollection.
Oh.
But I think in the end credits, they said it was based on the graphic novel version, because it said, by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Charles Vess or something. Like,
cool.
Okay. I have not read that, because I read the novel, right? And how different could they be? It turns out, maybe a lot.
Have you met, or have you watched the incarnations of Douglas Adams?
I have seen the movie, I have read the book, and I have seen the BBC miniseries. I haven't heard the original version.
The audio play?
Yeah.
Every incarnation is slightly different, but Douglas Adams' hand was involved and approved of every different adaptation.
Yeah, I believe with this one, Neil Gaiman was a producer.
Right.
And I have seen, like, behind-the-scenes stuff of him, like, on set. It's like, look at the ship! Isn't it delightful?
See, that makes it even better. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. That makes me like it even more, because I really like Neil Gaiman. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, it passes the Bechdel.
Because it's not about a boy.
Well, yeah, and there are actually a fair number of women in the movie.
And they have lots of conversations, not about boys.
Yeah.
Like, even given the opportunity, I don't think Tristan's mom said that she was Tristan's mom.
Yeah. No, like, it wasn't revealed that she was actually a princess until Septimus, like, was about to run her through, like, Una?
Well, we knew she was a princess.
She said that she was a princess. We didn't know that she was...
one of those princesses.
Right.
But no, I mean, when she stops... What's her name?
Una.
Una stops Evie?
Yeah, Yvette?
Yvette, whatever.
Something.
Claire Danes. From going over the wall. Mm-hmm. She doesn't... And then they're trapped by the Michelle Pfeiffer witch. Mm-hmm. She doesn't say, I'm here for you... I'm Tristan's mom.
Right.
As far as we know, that piece of information... She doesn't... even in the stressful situation where it would have been sort of... It wouldn't have been out of line to have that conversation about a boy.
Right.
They didn't.
Like, Tristan's coming or something.
Or, I'm Tristan's mom, I will take care of you.
Right.
Any of those things.
They could have had that conversation even off frame. Because they were in the horse carriage
for a while, but it wasn't important to the plot enough for it to be on camera.
Yeah, agreed.
And I really appreciated that.
Mm-hmm. Like, they didn't need to talk about a boy.
Right.
It seemed like the only boy that any of the women talked about, any woman talked about with even another character, was what's his name?
Humphrey,
yeah.
Yeah. And that's when Victoria was talking
to Tristan about Humphrey, like...
Because she's a brat.
Don't give a shit about Humphrey. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, Humphrey's going to Ipswich to buy you a ring. I'm like, well... Listen, I'm young and dumb, but I love you so much, I would go to San Francisco and get you gold.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I remember being that young and stupid. Which is why I think I like this movie so much. It's like, I remember being shitty beginning of the movie Tristan.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a piece of shit. I mean, okay, so he handcuffs himself to an injured star.
Yeah.
Because he is going to gift her to his true love, Victoria.
And who, when they're 18, 16, 17, 18...
Yeah.
...doesn't think that the first person they...
who doesn't do stupid shit?
Right, but when you're that young, you can't tell me I don't know what love is.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. You don't know, because you've never really been in love.
I absolutely have.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
Hey.
I wasn't talking about you. That came out wrong.
Uh-huh. A little bit.
A little bit.
Teeny tiny little bit. Yeah, anywho.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that... Oh, no, there's a cat on that blanket.
Yep.
I'll just hold on to this pillow, because I'll be sleeping on this couch tonight.
Yeah, you'll. How's that hole you just dug in? Is it cozy?
Yeah, it's a bit snug and cold.
And alone?
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
No money?
Pretty much.
Alrighty.
So yes, it passes the Bechdel. It doesn't
pass the you getting in trouble test.
They hardly ever do.
Yep.
It doesn't really pass diversity. Because, like, there was one unnamed black pirate.
Yes. There were people of color in the crowd scenes in the market.
That they were
on the other side of the wall.
Right, they were
in the magical realm.
In fairy.
Yeah. None of them spoke or anything.
Right. So they were they were extras.
Yes. They were there, but they weren't important, in air quotes, enough to give speaking roles.
Right. They weren't ever, like, the focus of the attention.
Right.
They weren't characters, they were extras.
Right.
So I'm going to say does not pass diversity.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying the magical realm was more diverse than the real world.
Real world of...
England.
Some place in England?
Yes. A little bit from Ipswich.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends on, like, how desperate people in Wall are to get married. Because, like, if Ipswich is 2 miles down the road,
yeah,
your life sucks.
Yep. Yeah.
But, like, if it's half a day's ride, okay, your life still sucks.
Yeah. Wall didn't seem very big.
It didn't.
I did like when the guard stomped off. It was like, I'm done.
Just noping off.
Nope, not worth it. I'm done.
It's like 80 years. Been guarding people, stopping people from trying to get over there, and I should have been worried about people over there trying to get over here. Which, I mean, they didn't have a guard on the other side.
No.
Because I'm assuming the people from Fairy...
don't.
And I'm just assuming that it's Fairy, because it's magical and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they don't want any part of England, but we also had Captain Shakespeare's like, tell me about England.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like...
I really liked that character.
Could have gone.
I really liked that character.
I'm glad.
Well, I think the reason why he didn't go to England is because he didn't want to abandon his crew. Mm-hmm. Which is very sweet.
He told his dad he'd, keep the family business going.
Yeah.
And for a bunch of people who don't know the literary reference to Shakespeare, Shakespeare isn't a bad name.
Nope. No, it isn't.
There is an implied amount of violence.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so... Would you watch this if it was on TV?
Yeah, I'd watch it at the bar. I'd probably stay until the end.
I don't think that they put this on TV very often.
No. No.
I don't even know how well it did, like, at the box office.
I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember... Amazon keeps recommending it based on our viewing habits.
Right. Like, oh, hey, you liked all of these things, maybe you would like Stardust.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe.
You watch all this weird and crazy stuff. How about this?
Like, huh. Oh, well, no, that's on Netflix. Like, oh, Daredevil and Doctor Who? Maybe you'll like Stardust.
The budget was $70 million?
Yeah, I can see that.
It grossed...
Ooh.
Just under 40.
Ooh, that's bad.
So it didn't make its dollars back, which was probably why I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, The Princess Bride didn't do great.
No.
But that came out, like, right around home video coming out.
Yeah.
It took It
took 4 months to film.
Oof. Ouch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this movie should have done better, or, like, it... I really want more people to see this. I really, really want more people to see it. It's not bad.
No, I'd watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Like, you could maybe even, like, make a day of it and watch this and Princess Bride, since we're going to keep making that comparison.
Yeah. I'm also kind of sad it didn't make its money back.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
There was star power, and also Charlie Cox 10 years ago.
Yeah. But really, in 2007, Michelle Pfeiffer wasn't as big of a draw as she used to be. Mm-hmm. It had been a lot of years for Claire Danes.
And De Niro was... I think De Niro was sliding into his comedy phase.
Yeah. And let's face it, De Niro, we've sort of been oversaturated with. Mm-hmm. So he's not like, it can't be just him.
Right.
In order to, because he'll just be in another movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and he wasn't, I mean, his character was only in, what, like a middle third and the end, like an end scene?
Yeah. I can see him doing this movie for fun.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, do you have anything else to say on the matter?
No, I liked it.
Cool, me too. So, go watch this movie.
Yeah.
If you didn't.
Yeah, no, totally. Thank you for listening to this episode of DADM.
Our theme music was provided by bensound.com.
You can download us from SoundCloud, iTunes, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Follow us on Twitter at DADMpod, like us on Facebook, or email us at dadmpod@gmail.com.
We'll see you next week. Beep, beep, boop.
I'll have to edit that part.